Welcome to episode 10 of Oblivion Remastered mods. Today, we bring even more life into the Imperial City with another installment from one of my favorite mod authors. We'll also be taking a look at a great quality of life mod that adds simple hotkeys that improve your immersion while playing. And of course, a few other great mods. Links as usual for all mods featured today can be found down in the description. Do be sure to stick around to the end of the video if you are interested in hearing more of what's coming on this channel. I try to do all of my rambling there so that we can just focus on the mods during the duration of the video. If you do enjoy this video, a like would be heavily appreciated, and if you want to watch more of these mod showcases, be sure to subscribe. I already have 9 other episodes in this series up, as well as some shorts that cover many other mods. As always, a huge shout out and thank you to all of the amazing mod authors who are making these videos possible. And with all that out of the way, roll the intro. The first mod we're going to look at today is Deadly Visage, Dark Brotherhood NPC Overhaul by Dark Own. Combining unique ideas alongside maintaining faithfulness to the characters themselves, Deadly Visage changes the appearance of all members of the Shadenhall Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. And in the most recent update of this mod, Lucien Lachance has now been included as well. I personally really like a lot of the changes that Dark Own has made here. In particular, Ochiva and Tainava are said to be shadow scales, and now with their dark obsidian colored scales, they convey that visually. My favorite change is with Vicente Valtieri. He is one of my favorite characters in Oblivion, and despite liking most of the updated character models in this remaster, this is one I was disappointed with. Years later to this day, I still vividly remember going to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary for the first time and meeting Vicente. He immediately gave off that vibe of being a suave, regal vampire, almost to a stereotypical point. But that's what I liked about him. And it's not that I think that the character design is inherently bad, it's just that he no longer looks like Vicente to me. Deadly Visage does a good job of bringing back what I expect to see with him. And one of the best things about this mod is that, at least if you're installing it manually, you can pick and choose which characters you'd like to update. So let's say you prefer the vanilla Antoinetta, you can just skip installing her files. I also do just want to take a minute right here to say, if you install this mod and you load it up and you go talk to Vicente and you notice that he is now bald, that is not a fault of the mod. That happens in vanilla with no mods installed. You can actually look it up. It's a very common issue people are having right now. So I just want to clear the air on that so nobody thinks the mod is what's causing it. Now, if you haven't noticed, even though this is a remaster, there are still a few things that are not that modern about Oblivion Remastered. One thing in particular you may notice, or should I say not notice, is yourself. That being, if you go into first person and look down, well, there's not much really to see, just another floating head. This can be remedied. By installing True First Person Camera by 3AMT, you'll now have an updated first-person experience when playing. Now, when using this mod, I did get like a slight bit of jank, but it was nothing that made it unplayable, and it's getting regularly updated, so I'd imagine it's going to be pretty ironed out very soon. And even with that jank, this mod's first-person camera is superior in my eyes to vanilla. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, this mod will allow you to ride your horse in first person.
Wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, was this not a thing that you could do in the original Oblivion?
16 times the detail.
Anyways, again, this mod kicks ass. Make sure you go check it out if you are interested. We are on to the next. Up next, we take a look at the newest entry in a series of mods that is quickly becoming one of my favorites. With Dromarin's newest addition to their lived-in set of mods, lived-in Imperial Gateway may be their best yet. The Talos Bridge is now a sight to see. With its grand walls and turrets now perfectly mimicking the rest of the Imperial city, walking through this bridge and seeing the Empire's flags fly high is truly a sight to see. Not only is this a visual overhaul for the Talos Bridge, but it is an immersive one. Serving as the main connection into the Imperial city, the bridge now has a fully functioning guard tower on it. And despite how amazing this bridge looks, we are not done with this mod yet. The Talos Bridge is here for a reason. Again, it's the primary connection into the Imperial city, and what it connects to is the small hovel of Way, which houses the Wanwet Inn and a small farm. Lived-in Imperial Gateway comes with a separate download that transforms Way into a proper borough of the Imperial city, adding multiple new houses, a church, a dock, and much more. Way now feels like a legitimate village outside of the city, and this is what I would expect a place like Way to be. The Imperial City is the largest city in all of Tamriel. It just makes sense to me that there would be villages and towns directly outside of its walls. This is what you'd see in real life. While at the moment none of the new buildings are enterable aside from the guard tower, I am excited to see if that's something we could eventually get. Maybe even a modded player home, and if we could potentially get some modded NPCs, that would be insane. Both the bridge and Way are a part of the same mod page, but you can download them separately or together. The links, like all of the other mods in this episode, are down in the description. I also do recommend you check out all of the other mods in the Lived In series, all of which I have covered in previous episodes on this channel. So the next mod we're looking at is an interesting one. One that many of you have already probably heard of and downloaded. Skyrocketing to become one of the most downloaded mods for Oblivion Remastered very quickly after its release. Natural Bodies of Oblivion by Krasu Pisak. Again, I'm so sorry on these mod author names, man. I'm trying my best. I think I took at least 10 takes of this one. And I don't even know how, but they all sounded different. But anyway, back to the mod. Like I said, Natural Bodies of Oblivion, or as most people are calling it, NBO, has, for totally not obvious reasons, skyrocketed to the front page on the Nexus. Once again, we have found scientific and concrete evidence that boobs are indeed always the answer. This is the way it has always been, and it will always continue to be this way. And huge shocker, no one is upset about it. I'm having too much fun with this part, guys. Jokes aside, this is a really high quality mod despite it being in beta. I've not really been seeing any issues with it. Now, is that because I'm distracted and maybe looking at other things while I'm playing with it? But frankly, who gives a shit? Because boobs. Now, on a real note, the whole reason that I held off on covering this mod was considering what happened with MXR mods, for those of you who remembered. These sorts of mods in particular are going to be just really hard to showcase because, unfortunately, that's what led to MXR's channel being deleted, regardless of how tamely you're able to present them. And at the end of the day, that sucks because I do believe that this is a higher quality model than the vanilla body model. And then you can take into consideration just how customizable this is as it's using BodyMorph. It kind of becomes a why would you not want to use it? And it's not like I didn't cover a male body replacer a few episodes ago. We covered No More Milk Drinkers. I think it might have been like episode 3 or 4. So I swear to God, YouTube, if you give me shit for this video, bro. Anyway, getting back to NBO, a mod like this is massive for the community, as not only is it going to be a hugely downloaded mod itself, but it is also going to get a lot of other mod authors creating mods to work alongside it. And we're already seeing that in droves. Every day that I'm logging onto the Nexus, I am seeing NBO mods constantly. One of those mods was the reason I finally decided to cover NBO, frankly, because it made it a lot easier to show off the mod on YouTube. That mod is NBO Clothes by Samanti. NBO Clothes is a conversion mod for all outfits in the game to work with the NBO body. For those of you who are dipping your toes into modding a game for the first time, or maybe you're just not familiar with modding something like a Bethesda game for the first time, what I'm talking about is when you download a mod like NBO, you are just downloading a replacer for the body's mesh. This essentially means that if you go ahead and put on armor or a set of clothes, when you wear those clothes, your character will appear to have the vanilla body again. So this ends up creating a whole subsection of mods that are just for said mod, in this case, NBO. Anyways, we have been on this section of the video for a little bit now, and we do have some more mods to cover. So if you haven't downloaded NBO already, who am I kidding? Everybody's downloaded already. Go check out NBO Clothes, though. I really do think it's a great mod. And yeah, W boob mod. As always, though, just make sure that you boob responsibly. With the last mod we just talked about, being able to swap or remove, I don't judge, clothes or armor on the fly would be pretty nice. By installing auto hide gear by Decode64, you're now able to do so. By adding an easy to use streamlined menu, you can easily set up what you'd like to be able to hide and unhide on your character with the press of a button. Whether it's your armor, gear, or jewelry, you can easily decide what you'd like to be able to toggle on and off on the fly. For example, how I like to use this mod personally is by selecting it to hide just my gear and specifically my helmet. This adds another great layer of immersion to the game for me. Being able to make it look like I can take off my helmet very quickly and hide all my weapons makes things like going into town and going to the local inn feel just a little bit more realistic. Again, this mod is completely customizable, so whether you want to be able to hide specific different pieces of armor, specific jewelry pieces, maybe just your arrows, whatever it is, you can make that decision. And if there's two things that I love in a mod, it's customization and options. Our final mod today pays homage to a staple from the original Oblivion release. Alternative Start by Cookie Dough Nexus gives you another way of beginning a new save. Instead of spawning in the Imperial City prison, you'll now be starting the game aboard a ship. After designing your character, you'll be able to pick your class and birth sign by interacting with the bed found in your cabin. Once you're all set, you'll be released and left at the docks in the Imperial City waterfront district. Heavily inspired by Alternative Start, Arrive by Ship, an OG Oblivion mod released by Robert Evray in 2007. Cookie Dough Nexus's version of this mod gives you a different yet still immersive way to start your next playthrough. And that will draw a close to episode 10 of this mod showcase series. As always, a huge shout out to all of the modders who were featured in today's episode. If I've done my math correctly, which I probably haven't, including reshade presets, as well as mods covered exclusively in shorts, we have covered nearly 60 mods already. Again, all mods featured in today's episode can be found down in the description. If you find yourself installing a mod and enjoying it, giving an endorsement to the mod on the Nexus does go a long way, and I'm sure all of the mod authors would really appreciate it. It's just like leaving a YouTube like, it is completely free to do, and it's a great way of supporting your favorite mod. And speaking on that, if you did enjoy this YouTube video, I would really appreciate if you left a like. It does help get this video in front of many more eyes. And if you want to make sure you do not miss out on the next episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. As I've mentioned in the past couple outros, I am working on a few other videos that are not mod showcase related for this channel. Some of that includes videos about Fallout 76, as well as other Oblivion Remastered content that is not mod showcase related. But that does not mean that these mod showcase videos are going anywhere. As long as there are kick-ass mods to cover, I will be covering them. And lastly, again, if you guys would like to join my community, I do have a Discord server, which you can find down in the description. I love talking about Oblivion and Oblivion modding in there, as well as other things. So if you're looking to make some new friends, come hang out. I'd love to get enough people to start doing some events in there. Anyways, I've been rambling here long enough. Again, thank you to all of the amazing mod authors, and thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.